Hello, and welcome back to our series of questions involving expansion and factorization of algebraic expressions. Today we will be solving practice now 11 and practice now 16, which is about evaluating without using a calculator. So let's read the question. Without using a calculator, evaluate each of the following. And A part is 1001 square. So if we need to find the square of 1001, we can do it easily using one of the three identities. But first of all, we will have to make the form of the identity. So 1001 whole square can be written as 1000 plus 1 whole squared. Because 1001 when added together gives us 1001. Now we can see that we have the form of first identity, a plus b whole square. A is 1000 and b is 1. So a plus b whole square can be written as a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So first of all, write down the structure of the identity, a square plus 2ab plus b squared. And now let's fill in the blanks. A is 1000. So we write it in these two brackets, and B is 1, which we write in the remaining two brackets. Now we have 1000 squared. Now finding the square of 1000 is very easy. It's just double the number of zeros. We have 3 zeros. So when we double the number of zeros, we will have 6 zeros. Plus 2 into 1000 is 2000. And 1 square is 1. Now add the three numbers together, 1, 0, 0, 2, 0, 0, 1. So this is the value of 1001 square without using the calculator and by using the identity. Let's do another one. We have 797 square. We can write 797 as 800 minus 3 and square. And if we compare this expression to the identities, we can see this is the factorized form of the second identity. So a minus b whole squared is equal to a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. Here a is 800 and b is 3. So we write 800 in these two brackets and 3 in the remaining two brackets. 800 square. Now the square of 8 is 64 and we will double the number of zeros. Here we have 2 and when we take the square we will have 4 zeros. So 800 square is equal to 640,000 minus 2 into 800 into 3. 2 into 8 is 16. 16 into 3 is 48. So 4800 plus 3 square is 9. So now we have to subtract 4800 from 640,000. Zero subtracted from 0 is 0. 0 subtracted from 0 is 0. We can't subtract 8 from 0, so we need to borrow. But here again we have 0. So we will borrow 1 from 4 and we get 3, 10. And when we borrow from 10, we have 9 and here we have 10. So 10 minus 8 is 2. 9 minus 4 is 5 and 3, 6. And now we have to add 9 in it. So we will have 9, 0, 2, 5, 3, 6. So 635,209 is the square of 797. Let's try another question. We have 305 into 295. We can write 305 as 300 plus 5, and we can write 295 as 300 minus 5. And if we compare the expression with the three identities, we can see we have the factorized form of third identity. Here A is 300 and B is 5. So we will write down the structure of the expanded form, which is A squared minus B squared. A is 300 and B is 5. Now the square of 300 would be 9 and 4 zeros, which is 90,000. Square of 3 is 9 and we had 2 zeros, so we have double the number of zeros. Minus 5 square is 25. So 90,000 minus 25. We will need to borrow. So 10 minus 5 is 5. 9 minus 2 is 7. 998. So we have 89,975. Let's now solve practice now 16. Question is, without using a calculator, evaluate 256 squared minus 156 squared. Now if we look at the identities, we can see this is A squared minus B squared, which is the expanded form of the third identity. So we can write it as A plus B into A minus B. So write down the structure first. A plus B and A minus B. Here A is 256 and B is 156. So write down the values. A plus B, which is 156, A 256 minus B, which is 156. So now let's solve it. 256 plus 156. 6 plus 6 is 12, 1 carried. 5 plus 5 is 10 plus 1, 11, 1 carried. 2 plus 1 is 4. So this is equal to 412. And 256 minus 156 is equal to 100. So 412 multiplied with 100 is 412 followed by 2 zeros. So the answer is 41,200. So now you have learned how to evaluate without using a calculator and using the identities. Remember that key to solving this question is to write the three identities on top of the paper and then compare the form of the identities with the form of the question which is given, and then select the relevant identity and then apply it. Now solve the similar questions from the exercise. Happy learning!